Hello everybody, my name is Marquita. Thank you so much for joining me in this plan with me. I've chosen a few sticker books for this week, which is really funny because I thought I was going to use a totally different set because I've fallen in love with the Stargazer sticker book, both of them, and I was able to grab a few of those, but on the fly as always, I changed my mind. And so I'm going to go with these sticker books today. And thinking about the week I'm going to have going back to work, I needed some color with a whole lot of pop for some pick-me-up because it's going to be a pretty busy week. And I noticed that during COVID and quarantine and I'm working from home, colors really help me to be in a better mood and make my day more lively. And I refer back to my planner so often. I wanted to pick something that would really grab my attention and be very pleasant, and pastels are always a go-to for me. So once again, this is on the fly, not pre-planned, have no idea how this is going to turn out, but I hope that you do enjoy it. I mentioned before, and as you see from the title, that I'm using the Happy Planner Recovery Planner this year. Not so much as because I have any type of addiction, but I really like the prompts that go into details. And when I say details, I mean they really make you think about your mental health. And the prompts are so detailed that from the way that they're worded, it's not just oh, how are you today? How do you feel? But they help you to really dig down deep into who you are, changes you want to make, and what type of mind frame that you want to be in. And a lot of work that I do is trauma informed, and I really do enjoy that. And especially during this time of COVID-19, I realize how important it is that I'm not just there for others, but I have to take care of myself first. And even though I'm a person that journals, every so often, maybe more than just so often, I really wanted to keep in perspective. How important it is for my mental health and my self-care to be one of the most important things, because I have a family, and in order for me to take care of them, I have to be able to take care of myself. And I have to take care of myself first before I take care of them. Just like if you're on an airplane, and some of you have flown, and they go over the instructions of in an emergency and you have to wear the air mask, you would want to put it on yourself first before your children, because if you pass out, then who can help your child? So many of us during this time aren't just taking care of themselves, whether you're single, married, without kids, but most of us have loved ones that we interact with often, and that may need our help. They might need our time for various reasons, even some pick-me-up, or a boost of self-esteem, a nice saying that you could share with them. And if you're not in the right frame of mind, how can you possibly give something that you don't have? So that's, again, a reason why I've chose this recovery planner as my planner for this year. So I won't be doing too much Franken planning because I see that how vital this is, and I don't plan to cover any of the prompts because I'm one of those people who have absolutely no problem expressing myself, but I think almost all of us can be a little uncomfortable when expressing ourselves about certain subjects. And so, especially ones that really make you think, going deep below the surface of things, where is your mind really at? What are your true feelings? And even though I always have the vocabulary to do so, I may not always have the courage to do so, to allow myself to be so vulnerable. So that's why it's so important to me not to cover the prompts, because I really want to feel who I am in the moment so that I can be successful in whatever changes that I may need to make or whatever pat on the backs I may need to give myself. That seemed to be really important to me, I thought, for this year, to manifest a sense of being present and being honest with myself regardless of any given situation. Because like I mentioned before, being in a field where trauma-informed care is so important, constantly giving of others my time, my thoughts, my energy and service, and also being married and a parent, I'm so used to giving of myself first that I'm not taken care of. So that's really important, a really very important thing, especially during this time, so that we can be there for other people. It's so funny because when I was recording, I wasn't thinking so much about talking about being trauma informed, but then I realized, even though I mentioned I didn't have any addictions, and I'm using the planner for mental health, I thought, why not share the specifics of why I'm using the planner for mental health? I don't know why that never occurred to me, but once again, like I mentioned, even though I may have the vocabulary to express myself, sometimes just talking about yourself can be a little uncomfortable, and I think that's one way I'm breaking through that barrier, is sharing how uncomfortable it is for me to put that out there, the specific reasons as to why I chose this planner. And I can say it really has been very, very helpful. And when I've used it, as far as filling in the prompts, some days, especially on the left side, that ask you those very specific weekly questions, as far as, have you hurt anyone? Is there anyone that you want to ask them for their forgiveness? Things like that. I'm not necessarily writing something in every day, and sometimes if the answer is no, which is great, and sometimes the answer is yes, because we're not perfect people. So if the answer is no, I'll write no, but then I'll write something that, an accomplishment that I made in any type of relationship, be it with my children, my friends, whatever. Because as I mentioned, sometimes it's just being honest, and not as far as, I'm lying all the time. That's not what I mean. But someone asks, it could be as simple as, what do you think I look like in this dress? Your friend then sends you a picture of them in a dress that you don't think is flattering, but they like it. And so what is your response going to be to that? Oh, I like it if you like it. That's not necessarily true. So many of us dance around things like that. But then you don't want to be too harsh and say, well, it doesn't look great in this area, that area, maybe you want to pick something else. But if that's my first thought, then to me an accomplishment is making sure that I tactfully say, I liked you in this particular outfit better. In my opinion, this is not a choice that I would pick for you. But if you like it, that's really all that matters. And if it's not inappropriate, I'll say that too. It's nothing inappropriate about it. I think it's just a matter of taste. So that takes in my situation, that takes a lot of courage, that takes a lot of energy, because some of us are self-pleasers. Some of us, not self-pleasers, some of us are people pleasers, and we don't think much of pleasing ourselves. That's where I was going with that. And that's because we love others and will put their best interest ahead of ours. But how many of us have kind of told, as they say, or I'll just say, not been 100% honest with someone that we love so much and putting their best interest first, because of the fear that they would be upset with us because of our honesty. So that's what I mean. Those are the type of things that I feel are accomplishes and milestones in relationships. If I could express myself honestly but mindfully, address a situation that may not be as pleasant for somebody else, And two, as people say, you get older, you lose a lot of tact. So sometimes, because I'm getting up there, sometimes somewhere in between, I may lose a little tact, you know. Sometimes you feel like it's necessary. So that's a goal of mine sometimes too. When I'm worn down, when I'm tired, am I still being tactful? Am I still being loving? You know, for the most part, I really do care the effect that I'm going to have on the other person, but am I being honest and am I being kind? So that can be very important to keep in mind when it comes to relationships as well. Once again, I'm not really here to advertise happy planners. I'm not really here to say, hey, go out and get this sticker book and that sticker book. I just found planning in general as a form of journaling, as a form of setting intentions for my week, for my days, for certain projects, so that I can be progressive. So although I won't lie, I love the Happy Planner, the whole Happy Planner brand. I'm not here really to advertise them, but so much as to offer expressions of kindness and offer expressions of encouragement through happy planning. And this company just happens to be one of the ones I really, really enjoy using to plan with. So you won't see a bunch of marketing or anything like that. This is something that I just wanted to do to share because I found a lack of Happy Planner recovery videos. So although I support the planner community, it's not something that I'm trying to use for extra income. I'll just put it like that. But when I couldn't find something and I thought, hey, this is wonderful, I would hope that more people would be able to see how much enjoyment they can receive from it and encourage it, especially being in trauma-informed work. I really, really wanted to share it with the community and hope to encourage others to utilize how awesome this planner is as far as your perspective of maintaining mental health awareness. And who doesn't love stickers? Especially being in a planner community, who doesn't love stickers? And so I'll make sure to list below the sticker books that I'm using where you can find them either Joanne or the Happy Planner website. I don't have a Michaels around me, so I don't really look at the Michaels website too much. Usually Joanne and sometimes Hobby Lobby. And of course the happyplanner.com shop will have the planners that I'm using so that you can find them if you think that they would be helpful in your planning. That's another thing. I did recently purchase the household sticker book, and when I purchased the household sticker book, I noticed that there was a household organization pack. And what is it? Is it an accessory pack? I can't quite remember exactly what it's called, but I did notice that in planning and in organizing for the week, it is so important to have a nice, clear, clean space. And I'm home so much and I'm working from home more this year, obviously too, because of COVID. I realized, I really needed a better schedule of how I want the family home structure would be. So of course, my children on the schedule, I have my schedule. But I mean, as far as literally being at home all the time, we had to go in and completely change the dynamic and structure of how the household is ran because we're always home. And and that tends to lead to more responsibilities than you had previously, especially more cleaning. So I really, really, really liked, I'm not sure if it's called an accessory pack, but the household organization pack that has the budget tab, it has chores, it has meal planning, and I want to say something else, but I had glanced over it a couple of years ago and was like, oh, that's nice, but I had no idea how effective it would be, especially with cleaning. Oh my word is it effective, because it gives me a checklist where, I don't know if this is the situation with you, but I'll get ready to clean and I'll get so into a specific thing and then walk away, come back to it and go, oh my goodness, I forgot to wipe the baseboards, or I should have, scrubbed this appliance or that appliance. But at the time when I was cleaning, I really felt that I had thoroughly cleaned, where the checklists are so detailed that, like I said, it's literally a checklist where you can mark it off and check it off for daily, weekly, and monthly cleaning. And so that gives me another sense of accomplishment and progress daily when I'm able to check off, wipe the counters clean. I think one of the weeklies or monthly is scrub the sink clean. Another daily is vacuuming. And oh my goodness, that was something I was really lagging in, which is not great because the allergies are so bad in my house. But, and then weekly, like changing the sheets. I mean, it's just so detailed. Washing, laundry's done every day. And to be able to check that off and to feel the sense of the cleaning, and it's not so much as a chore as I felt that it was before, being that I was working from home, not ever able to leave, and then always here. It just, that really changed the dynamics of cleaning in the home when I was always here. The picking up, especially now I have a better routine of picking up before we go to bed, and because that was on a checklist, it's a 5-minute pickup. So anyways, if you've been thinking about becoming more organized in your home, I really do recommend the home organization, I guess it's accessory pack. I'll just list it below because I cannot quite remember the name of it, but it has been very helpful in making sure that I maintain daily, weekly, and monthly chores. I mean, they even have a checklist spot for changing the filters, and I mean, I can go a long time and forget to do that. So I really do appreciate that. And if you're glancing at your planner every day, you automatically are going to remember to look at that. So I just thought that was a really great feature and helpful if you didn't know about it. And another thing, when I'm putting here that I have Monday off, and this will be posted on Monday. That's Monday as a holiday. The only thing is, I'm going to stamp. I do have stamps, by the way, and I was thinking too that I would possibly stamp after I've decorated sometimes, and then maybe go back and post that, because it can take quite a while to stamp. To get it just right, and a lot of times I test the paper. But anyways, long story short, I don't have any stickers for the holidays, but I did buy some Happy Planner stamps for the holidays, meaning that I can repetitively, if I run out of the sticker for whichever holiday it is to stamp to have for that day, I have stamps where I can go in and ink it. As long as I have ink, I can be able to stamp that handwritten day, because I don't have the best handwriting. So I always prefer to use stamps if I can find some hand-lettered stamps to write down different events and things. I have tried to work on my hand lettering, and my handwriting, but it kind of is what it is. And regardless of my handwriting, whether some people would think it's nice or not, mine's okay. I mean, it's legible, but as far as how pretty I want my planner to be, that's something that's a little bit that's just as far as taste is concerned. I really like this "You Got This." I feel like I need to see that on a daily basis, because you never know what kind of curveball life is going to throw at you. If you've held out this long and hung with me this long, thank you so much for staying and planning with me today. And as I mentioned, this week was going to be a very busy week for me, and I hope that you find some encouragement too in the colors. And if you notice the foil, it really pops when you look at it. And I guess some of us have heard the expression, you want to incorporate things in your life that give you bliss, sparks joy, as some people I've heard said. And so this week, I think I'm really going to need that. Not that I'm planning for anything to be awful, but but I'm sure being as busy as I am, I'm going to have quite a few moments that I need to pick me up. And I'm not really a coffee drinker. So a lot of my pick me up, it's really going to rely on my mental health, because I just don't have that cup of java every day to give me that jolt of energy. Normally I wake up with enough energy. Only time I don't is when I've went to bed really late at night. But these colors really are lively, and the designs are eye-catching, and I really do admire the artist talents that are used to display it, especially the colors. Where I know I had mentioned before that I thought it's going to be kind of tough finding colors to flow with this, finding sticker books to flow with this color, because it's not of the planner, because it's not neutral. They're all pastels, ranging from pinks to purples, to greens. And I love them. They're my favorite colors, but I really did think it was going to be challenging to find what I would like for this planner, because I was so used to using neutrals throughout the year, but it really worked out well. There's so many sticker books, more than I thought there were, to really complement them. I really want to use this sticker, but I don't know where I want to put it. I just don't know. I guess I'll just put it here. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I guess I'll just put it right here. But as I mentioned, there are so many more sticker books that complement the pastels in this planner. And of course, it changes throughout, like where you see the green being on the right for the week, the weekly layout for the days, it will change to a pastel purple, it'll change to a pastel pink. But all of the sticker books that I have so far have those colors. Now, as far as the yellows and the oranges, I'm going to try to throw those in there and see if they work, but I'm not quite sure about that, so I've been leaning more toward purple. And I'm really funny about my colors and color coordinated, but you know what? I think, now that I think about it, as long as, even if it is yellow or orange, as long as I can find stickers that have those pastels in them as well. Like I just saw a circle that had about 4 different pastel tones, color tones in them. I could probably use that. And then still I'd be able to incorporate the yellows, because those other colors will, those other pastels will draw in that yellow and make it look the way that I like. I love color, but I'm not very daring when it comes to mixing colors. I'm more of I like solids, and I like definite patterns. But that's me, that's my choice. I'm hoping so much to see other people posting their recovery plan with me, so that we can all encourage each other and share our great ideas for this wonderful planner. And I'm feeling like I'm coming to the very end of this planning period. I think this is really all that I need. And maybe not this time, but maybe next time I'll show the after the pen and maybe a small little clip of a photo. But not this time. It's something I'll consider. Is that something you'd like me to do? If you would like me to do that, please, post it in the comments below that you would like to see my handwriting in the after the pen. And I'll make sure everything's legible, but just let me know. And to know also that there are some stickers that I may not use here for personal reasons. Don't want too much of my business out there, especially business that's not wholly mine. But thank you so much for planning with me today. I really enjoyed it. I always do. I decided to keep on going with it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here with me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Y'all take care.